If you clicked on this video because you've been stabbed, call 911. I'm not a doctor and I can't help you right now. But I'm a paramedic, and today we're going to be looking at a case of a gentleman whose life was saved by the quick actions of his local first responders. If you've ever wondered how to handle a crazy limb injury, stick around and we're going to talk about it. Also, if you get anything out of this, please consider liking and subscribing. It means a lot. In the case we're going to be talking about today, police were apparently dispatched to an assault. Upon their arrival, they encountered an injured party leaking quite severely from his right leg.
You got cut good. Hey, this is an arterial.
Correct. Again, CD, get FD in here now. This is an arterial wound.
According to the police report, the injured party was stabbed shortly after an attempted mugging while he was out walking his dogs. Who mugs someone who's walking their dogs? It's just bad form. We hear the officer that's standing over the injured man say, "That's arterial," shortly before applying a tourniquet to control the bleeding.
They're gonna owe me a tourniquet. Can you help me?
Yeah.
Okay, what I need you to do, I'm trying to keep them alive, and what you need to do is you need to hold as hard as you
CD,
can.
you know
Push
the call
that.
will put on the tourniquet.
Hold it down as best you can.
Quick anatomy review. Blood goes round and round as the heart pumps the blood away through the arteries to the rest of the body, and the veins return it back to the heart under way less pressure. For the uninitiated, an easy way to think about external bleeding is to classify into two categories: venous and arterial. Now, in a venous bleed, your body's low pressure blood flow system has sprung a leak. This is all of the blood that's kind of meandering back from doing its job elsewhere in the body. Bleeding from this sort of injury is going to be a little bit slower, darker, and more of a flow than a spurt. An arterial bleed, on the other hand, is where your body's high pressure system is damaged. This creates a nifty pulsating garden hose effect where every time the heart beats, blood shoots out of the body. Blood from this type of injury is going to be bright red and moving pretty quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, a severe venous bleed can be just as life-threatening as an arterial bleed, but usually they progress a little bit more slowly, and it really just depends on where the injury is. Nate, what do I do if I get poked in the leg with a knife while walking my dog? Step 1, relax, it's gonna be okay. And if it's not okay, you're not gonna know it anyway, so. Step 2, apply direct pressure. Think of a garden hose. If you stand on it, the water basically stops flowing. That's more or less what we're trying to do here. Now, if you happen to have gloves or some sort of clean barrier device, fantastic. Bloodborne illnesses and infection are no joke. But if you don't, no worries. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna put direct pressure onto the wound that's bleeding with your hand or whatever you have available with as much pressure as it takes to control that bleeding. And if that works, good news. You're just gonna keep doing that all the way to the hospital. Step 3, make sure professional help is coming. I don't mean your neighbor Jim Bob who took a first aid class once in high school. I mean professional rescuers here, though I suppose you could call him too. Now, around this step, if you can control all of the external signs of bleeding and you can see the front door of your local emergency department, feel free to just head over there. But if there's any doubt in your mind as to whether or not you're going to be able to keep the bleeding controlled on the way to the hospital, just call 911. We have all the special tools to be able to manage that for you. Nate, I tried the pressure thing and it's not working, and also I called 911. Going great so far. This is where we get into what's called cowboy territory. If you've tried direct pressure and you're not really sure if it's working, it's time to move on to a tourniquet. Now, a tourniquet is a tool you can use in addition to direct pressure. Back to our garden hose analogy, this is essentially where we're kinking off the garden hose. We're using a strip of leather, cloth, or whatever we have available to compress that artery against the bone to keep it from providing blood to the injury. Now, if you put a tourniquet on correctly, it's probably going to hurt more than the actual injury. That's totally okay and normal, and ultimately it's better than the alternative. Now, if you have access to a commercial tourniquet, fantastic. Your chances just went up dramatically. Oh, but Nate, I don't need a real tourniquet. I can always improvise. That is a terrible idea. You never know when you get injured what you're going to have around you, so you have no idea if you're going to be able to improvise in the moment. With that said, if you have absolutely no way of getting access to a commercial tourniquet, then this is the general concept of how to improvise one. Step 1, you need one not stretchy length of leather, canvas, or cloth, whatever you have available. A belt works great. Step 2, you need a slim, straight, rigid object to use as a windlass. From here, you're going to take the improvised tourniquet, wrap it around the injured limb, at least 2 inches above the injury and towards the body, and if you're not sure where the injury is, high and tight is fine. Take your windlass, place it through the tourniquet, and wrap it tightly until the bleeding stops. If one tourniquet doesn't work, keep holding direct pressure and add a second tourniquet. It's not illegal. Congratulations, you just saved a life. But Nate, I heard that if you leave a tourniquet on for too long, the patient's leg will fall off and also explode. Dude, you have at least 2 hours before that's a problem. Don't worry about that. It's better than bleeding out. If you have a really progressive EMS system, the paramedics might show up and convert your tourniquet to something that's not a tourniquet. That's fine. You did a good job. All you really need to do is try to write down about what time you place the tourniquet. That gives the surgeons at the hospital a better idea of what they might need to do when you get there. Congratulations, you just officially saved your first life. Way to go, bud. Nate, help! My friend fell over and started hemorrhaging out of his knee, and then I panicked and picked up my pet chinchilla and used that to hold direct pressure, and now they both want to sue me. What do I do? Don't do that. But also don't panic. The good news is all 50 states have some sort of Good Samaritan law. Check your local legislation, but usually what this means is if you're acting in good faith and trying to provide medical care to an injured party and inadvertently cause harm, you're good. You're protected by law. Just don't be an idiot and do your best. And if you're not a doctor and you're on the side of the road and you suddenly feel the need to place a surgical airway using nothing but a pen and a steak knife, Please don't. Anyway, back to our case from earlier.
Put that light on it for me.
You say he can't breathe.
Okay.
Why he bleeding like that?
Do me a favor, back up, guys. Back up. Hey, back up.
Why
Back up!
No, back up.
Just as a little note here, as the fire department arrives, the police officer stops attempting to place the tourniquet, and the fire department EMS providers end up placing their own tourniquet, which does control the bleeding.
Why he bleeding like
That's the wound right there.
Ooh.
CJ.
Alright, let's
You hurt him?
check, make sure it's not coming through your eyes.
Hold on, buddy. Sit down.
I'm not drunk.
You guys know who he was out here with?
No, I didn't see him. I just heard
Y'all hurt him?
Will you stop?
Y'all hurt him?
Stop! I woke you up so you can see this.
Yeah, I do see it.
Now stop. Or you gonna get it.
Yeah, did anyone here see it? Did anyone see this?
It's not hair.
Here.
Did y'all see or hear the stabbing?
It's on camera.
Can you stay? Everybody else will need to go inside.
Any others?
We the neighbors.
There's only person that got stopped.
Go inside.
See if the bleeding's controlled.
I'm right here.
Okay. I saw.
I just want you.
Dennis, is this yours?
Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be. I got blood.
Okay.
Girl, please.
Alright, we're gonna get oxygen on him.
Yep.
Light it this so I can
Evans,
see if I can check.
you got gloves on you?
Something you
Can you put them on real quick so you can grab this?
Does he need the occlusive dressing?
No, I'm not seeing anything.
No, I have gloves, but grab Dennis is like.
You got people mover?
Yeah, he's right here. First person right here.
Probably just extremity lift him.
Got blood everywhere.
Feet here, head, we got a split.
Alright.
Blood on the stretcher.
Alright.
Where are we going? Flank?
Going to Bayfront.
Bayfront.
Bayfront? Okay.
We honestly, Sarge, we have no clue. It's pretty bad. Hey, I'm leaving my car here.
The cliff notes are that the fire department, then transporting EMS, show up. They take one look at the patient, toss him on the stretcher, and haul off to the hospital. After that, the patient goes into emergency surgery and is questioned by law enforcement the next day. Great work by everyone involved. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. It's a huge help to me as I figure out what works and what doesn't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.